2019 City of Jacksonville Arbor Day observance, the principal of Bell Fork Elementary School, Dr. Greg Williams.
Thank you. Good morning. On behalf of the Bell Fork Elementary School faculty, staff, students, and parents, I'd like to welcome you to this annual Arbor Day observance by the City of Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Tree Board, and the Jacksonville Environmental and Appearance Advisory Committee. This is the 39th time that Jacksonville has been recognized as a Tree City USA program participant. At this time, I'd like to introduce Grace Harbridge. Grace Harbridge is a member of the Jacksonville Environmental and Appearance Advisory Committee and is a former chairman of the committee. By city ordinance, it is the responsibility of the Tree Board to hold this annual observance and celebration of trees. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Harbridge.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Jacksonville has had a long tradition of observing Arbor Day and supporting beautification efforts. A long line of impressive citizen volunteers have served to lead, advise, advocate, and do hands-on to work advance efforts that improve the appearance of our city. Each of you in front of me attending the ceremony and all those who are watching the ceremony and who appreciate trees, you have become part of this legacy of seeking a better Jacksonville through improving our appearance. Today's purpose is twofold: to celebrate Arbor Day and what it means, and to add more trees to our urban forests to the city. Let us begin with an invocation to be delivered by Betty Scheffenbaugh, a member of the Jacksonville Environmental Appearance Advisory Committee. Betty?
Let us pray. Oh God, we thank you for this earth, our home, for the wide sky and the blessed sun, for the sun and the streams, for the towering hills and the whispering wind, for the trees and the green grass. We thank you for our senses, by which we can hear the song of birds, see the splendor of the fields of the golden wheat, taste autumn's fruit, and rejoice in the feel of rain and the smell of the breath of spring flowers. Grant us a heart opened wide to all this beauty, and save us from being so blind that we pass unseeing when even the common weed is aflame with your glory. Amen.
Let us stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by the second grade of Bell Fork Elementary School.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. The mayor couldn't make it this morning, so he asked that I come in and step in his place. My name is Bob Warden, and I'm on the Jacksonville City Council. Certainly a pleasure to be here today. I've been doing this Arbor Day celebration for quite a few years myself, and it's an honor to bring this proclamation to you. You know, the city believes very strongly in trees, and we've supported the Arbor Day for the last 39 years, and I hope we'll continue to do so into the future. Trees are so important. If we didn't have trees, what would we climb? If we didn't have trees, where would we go to get on a hot summer day to get in the shade? So trees are really important, and they make Jacksonville a really pretty place, I think, when all the trees, especially in the spring, when you have all the dogwoods and the eastern redbuds, and there's all kinds of spring trees that really make Jacksonville pretty. So as part of our Clean and Green community effort, we support trees. I'd like to ask the Environmental Appearance Committee members come up while I read the proclamation on behalf of the mayor. So who would like to come up while I read this proclamation? Come on up, Grace. This is City of Jacksonville, North Carolina proclamation, and as you kids know, a proclamation is full of whereases, right? So count how many whereases I'm going to say this morning. Whereas Arbor Day is celebrated to emphasize our belief in the importance of tree planting as a legacy for future generations, and whereas trees protect land and structures by reducing runoff, binding soil, cutting heating and cooling costs, and minimizing flood damage, and whereas trees develop community pride and unity by giving people an opportunity to work together as they plant and care for trees. And whereas trees reduce the cost of controlling stormwater runoff in addition to offsetting greenhouse gases from cars and homes, and whereas the City of Jacksonville, through our landscaping and urban forestry efforts, will continue to beautify our city by planting, caring for, and preserving our trees for future generations. Now therefore, on behalf of Sammy Phillips, the mayor of the City of Jacksonville, he does hereby proudly proclaim today, Friday, April 26, 2019, as Arbor Day in the City of Jacksonville, and he urges all citizens to celebrate this special day by supporting efforts of protecting our trees and woodlands, and to further our city's urban forestry programs for the well-being of our present and future generations. Thank you. Grace?
I want to welcome all of you to our ceremony today. Our efforts today reach back more than 39 years. It is a part of a proud heritage advanced by the City of Jacksonville and its citizens. For many years, the city has provided a formal acknowledgement of Arbor Day. So thank you, Mr. Warden, as you continue the tradition. Excuse me. It is our tradition to annually welcome representatives of the North Carolina Forestry Service. These who are here today are those who have come before them over the last 39 years, have served to give appreciation for the work of the City of Jacksonville. Today, we welcome Onslow County Forest Ranger Ben Patterson and his special guest to our ceremony. Ben.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here today to celebrate Arbor Day and to represent the North Carolina Forest Service in presenting the City of Jacksonville with its Tree City USA Award for accomplishments in 2018. Jacksonville is one of 87 cities and towns in North Carolina and one of over 3,400 in the nation to receive this recognition for 2018. This marks the 39th year that Jacksonville has earned this national designation. Established in 1976, the Tree City USA program is sponsored by the National Arbor Day Foundation in cooperation with the National Association of State Foresters, and it recognizes communities that make planting and caring for trees a priority. There are nearly 4 million residents in North Carolina who live in tree cities, from Charlotte with more than 800,000 to Bath with just 250. The Tree City USA program in North Carolina is administered by the North Carolina Forest Service, which is why I'm here today to present you with the award. This award encourages management of urban trees for a healthy, sustainable urban forest that reduces energy cost and consumption, boosts property values, and builds strong community ties and honors the community. In 2018, Jacksonville accomplished 4 required criteria for this award. They maintained a public tree ordinance which establishes policies for managing street and park trees, a tree board responsible for the care and management of the community's trees, a community forestry program with an annual budget of at least $2 per capita, and an annual Arbor Day observance and proclamation to celebrate trees and the many benefits that they provide. This is why we're here celebrating today. For a community forestry program to be effective, it takes support and commitment from the entire community. In Jacksonville, the community forestry program thrives because of the combined dedication of the tree board members, the city staff, elected officials, business community, homeowners, and all the residents who take pride in the quality of life in Jacksonville. Conducting this Arbor Day celebration at our local elementary school is also a great way for our community to convey the importance of caring for our trees to our youth, who are the future stewards of our land and forest. It is in this spirit that I am honored to be accompanied by Smokey the Bear, who greatly appreciates all of your efforts in recognizing Arbor Day and placing value in our trees and forests. While Smokey can't provide his own speech for you today, he did ask that I mention a few things. Remember to always be careful with fire, and that only you can prevent wildfires. So on behalf of the National Arbor Day Foundation and the North Carolina Forest Service, I'm pleased to present Jacksonville with the 2018 Tree City USA Award.
Will the members of the Jacksonville Appearance and Advisory Committee go forward, please?
Let us give honor to trees and poetry. No poem is more associated with Arbor Day than Trees by Joyce Kilmer. Mr. Kilmer was a journalist, a poet who was killed in World War I. He enlisted to fight in the war, although he was not required to do so. He was a literary editor, and later on, the staff of the New York Times. His strong religious faith and dedication to the natural beauty of the world influences much of Kilmer's work and is reflected in this often quoted poem, Trees. And now, Audrey Turner, a member of the 2nd grade here at Bell Fork Elementary School, will read your poem.
Trees by Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day in the leafy arms to pray, a tree whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree.
And now presenting Clean Up Our World, the 2nd grade students.
Everybody
called planet Earth, and it's what we call home, and we're going to take good care of it, right? The Memorials and Honors Program is the legacy of the city of Jacksonville. It became as a simple method of memorializing a loved one with a gift of a tree that would be planted to help in the beautification of the city of Jacksonville. It was successful, and many trees were planted. The success of the past was, however, overshadowed by one event, the October 23, 1983 Beirut bomb blast. With news of the loss of life spread quickly around Jacksonville, contributions were made in the memory of the Memorial Tree Program. A single class at Northwoods Park Middle School vowed to plant a tree in honor of all the ones who had died. With national attention to the blast and the effort to remember the fallen, funds far in excess of what was needed for the 241 trees were collected. That led to the effort to build the Beirut Memorial today, that's in existence today. Now, the Memorials and Honors Programs offers opportunities not only to memorialize or honor someone or some event with a tree, but adds to the opportunity to make this gift in the form of a tree, not only a tree, but in the form of flower beds, landscaping, and other seasonal enhancements to our parks and our memorials. Let us pause for a moment and name the contributions in the program this past year and give appreciation for those who donated into this program. Memorial trees that were planted this past year in memory of Eric DeWest by the City of Jacksonville employees. In memory of Betsy Petaway Cowell by Marion Cowell. To participate in the Memorial and Honor Program, contact the City Manager's office or go online to the City website for information or to get your forms. Thank you.
Thank you to all of you that have participated in today's observance. A big thank you to these great students here at Belfork Elementary School and to the staff and faculty. For this, the 39th observance, we want to acknowledge a special help of Principal Dr. Greg Williams and all the staff, faculty, and students here at Belfork Elementary School. We would also like to thank the staff of the Parks Division who have been a part of many Jacksonville City ceremonies. Arbor Day is a great time to acknowledge those who help keep our city beautiful. First, we give appreciation to City Manager Dr. Richard Woodruff, who is the undisputed leader and creator of the Clean and Green Jacksonville. Thank you. Michael LaCory is the Director of Parks and Facilities. Scott Miranda Perozzi is the Assistant Park Superintendent. Jason Smith serves as the person responsible for city forestry issues and is the city's horticulturist. Thank you very much. After Willie Saunders closes our observance, you are invited to join Jason Smith and his crew as we plant trees in the back of Belfork Elementary School. Our special planters will be specially selected students from Belfork Elementary. I want to use an adaptation of an old Greek saying that Warren Buffett is fond of saying. Someone's sitting in a shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. We want to help you to help plant trees today so that others will come behind us and will enjoy the shade. In Jacksonville, we're enjoying the work done by citizens years ago from the Beirut trees. Beautification efforts and an attitude that appearance matters here in Jacksonville. Join us with the committee or in your own way, plant a tree, beautify an area, and respect our appearance. On this Arbor Day, we give thanks to trees. We rest in their shade, and we breathe in their oxygen, and we feast on their fruit. Trees anchor the ground beneath our feet and purify the air around us. Their cycle are a silent, faithful witness to your goodness and providence. We give thanks for all life on earth nurtured by trees. Let your presence be known among us today and every time we view your trees. Bless them with growth and bless us with wisdom to nurture growth and throughout the world of these life-sustaining companions on this planet. Amen.
Now that is
Now look at this one.